be today I will be discussing my unpopular opinions that could potentially get me canceled. Okay, first one. Rape jokes aren't funny. Sexual assault jokes aren't funny. Abuse jokes aren't funny. Suicide jokes or telling people to kill themselves isn't funny. Racist jokes or especially like the ones where people keep calling themselves monkeys or whatever, keep calling black kids monkeys or whatever. It's not funny, dude. Um, Joking about others' trauma isn't funny. Sexism doesn't make you cool, dude. And if you're gonna joke about trauma, joke about your own. Like if it's a coping joke, but like joking about other people's trauma, yeah, it's not funny or cool. And adults, just because they lived longer than us, doesn't always mean they're right. Adults aren't always right. And this one quote, which I totally agree with, even though it's been said time and time again, but it's so true. All kids deserve parents, but not all parents deserve kids. Transphobia and homophobia doesn't make you funny or cool. Being ableist doesn't make you funny. Um, Abuse isn't funny. And like this is this next part is really it'll cover like this is a huge deal. Like in like double standards can be seen a lot in this area, but men and boys can be abused. They can be raped, sexually assaulted, victims of grooming. And reminder, they um they have emotions too. Us men, us we're not all like we're not fucking emotionless robots or whatever. We have feelings too. Acknowledge that, please. And like some people think that girls women are like automatically innocent and like in these situations, but believe it or not, they can be abusers, rapists, groomers, or anything. And like this one's about to be really controversial, but rapists, pedophiles, zoos, or any other sexual predator deserves a death penalty, and if not that, at least deserve some severe torture. And this one I think needs to be said because how many dog breeds have been um, euthanized because like for no reason? But anyway, here's this don't blame the dogs, blame the owners because like just like animals have a similar they have a similar mindset as young children. They don't know any better and like they're a result of their environment and how they were children are a result of their environment and how they were raised. um Dogs are the same way, like they're a result what their owner taught them or how they treated them. Oh, and this one needs to be said. A kid or teenager standing up for themselves against an adult isn't talking back or copying an attitude. Like, seriously. Again, this next one's really controversial. Murderers who only kill rapists, pedos, zoos, and etc. should not be jailed, since, to be honest, they're doing us a favor. Like if they were hurting innocent people or killing people for something that isn't as serious, but like as far as this, they shouldn't be in prison at all. Not all Christians are bad people. Not all members of the LGBT are good people. Mind you, I'm saying this as a bisexual, polyamorous, trans man. So keep that in mind, please. Heavy metal is not satanic. You shouldn't ban your child from listening to, watching, or doing something if it's only because you don't like it. If the justice system, I can't talk. If the justice system refuses to get rid of predators, in that case, most of the time I don't condone violence like this, but this would be an exception. Vigilante justice should be allowed here. In this case. And as far as this one, this is an extent to one of the other opinions I said a few moments ago, but I'm not exactly one to talk considering how I try to fit in society's expectations of a real man who wants, since, I'm a trans masculine, wants to be acknowledged as a real man, but men are humans too. We have emotions, as much as anyone else. However, like, society tells us to, suck it up if, we're going through something, or to get back up and deal with it, man up. If we cry or show any form of emotion, we're called weak. Honestly, it's really stupid, since men can get hurt too. And no, I'm not ignoring problems other genders face. I'm just saying how society pressures us to be manly and tough and strong. However, to all my fellow men out there, you are not weak for showing any emotion. You are not weak or pathetic for crying and showing your pain. As a matter of fact, you are very strong because you're letting yourself show your emotions and pain. That takes balls of steel to show your emotions and not give a fuck about what society has to say. You are a real man because, believe it or not, showing your emotions is very strong. Anyone who tries to say you're a sissy or that you're weak for showing your emotions is a fucking dumbass. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This next one, like, I've seen too much shit on the internet. Because, I was exposed to this, this is how I know, but, regardless of how some people believe, age regression is not a kink, it is not sexual. It's not meant to be sexual. It is a coping mechanism, and it's a way to deal with trauma for some people, and it is completely safe for work and okay. However, DDLG and stuff like that is not okay at all. Why, you might ask? Because it's sexualizing childish behaviors. Well, technically, wouldn't it be borderline pedophilia? Childish behavior, childish things, and children are not to be sexualized. So there's a difference between age regression and DDLG. One is a coping mechanism, one is a sick, disgusting, and creepy fetishization. And this one, if none of the others would get me canceled, this one would definitely probably be one of the ones most likely to get me canceled, but whatever. So don't get me wrong, it's wrong to bully people for their weight but if someone's 400 pounds, which is probably morbidly obese, or if they're or if they're 35 pounds, which is underweight, then don't encourage them to gain more weight or lose more weight. I don't care if I sound fatphobic or whatever. If someone's already at a weight that could kill them, don't encourage them to gain more weight or lose more weight because they could die from it. I'm not saying this sounds rude. I used to be bullied for my weight, so I would never bully someone or shame someone for their weight. But if they weigh more or weigh less than a healthy weight, I do not. I repeat, do not encourage them to gain more or lose more weight. Reminder, I do not mean this in a rude or hateful way. Keep that in mind, please. If this is an argument a lot of people like to use, but here. Come on, babies aren't born thinking they're gay, bi, trans, or non-binary. Babies don't know shit about anything. All they think about is, I want milk, change my diaper, feed me, I am tired. What point are you trying to make with the argument? Babies don't know anything about being gay or anything. Babies don't know anything about anything. They're babies. And like I already, and like this is another extension of one of the other opinions I've shared earlier. Like I'm tired of hearing that women can't be abusers and that men can't be victims, because it's bullshit. Mind you, anyone can be abusers, anyone can be victims. Abusers have no gender, victims have no gender. It's stupid that I even have to say it, but since it should be common knowledge, but unfortunately society has these stupid ass genders, double standards. Women can be rapists, men can get raped. Women can sexually harass people. Men can be victims of sexual harassment. Like I said, literally anyone can be a victim or anyone can be the abuser and such. So please, can someone explain to me why the hell people just automatically assume all victims are women, all abusers are men? Men can abuse women, yeah. Women can also abuse men. Men can abuse other men. Women can abuse other women. An example of this is something I don't like to look back on, but if you've if you know about ICO, then prepare yourselves. Because yeah, I'm about to give you my own personal experience. Yes, why not cis men? Like I said, anyone can be victim or abuser. So please keep that in mind. I was subject to all kinds of abuse in my life: sexual, physical, mental, emotional, verbal, you name it. I've also been harassed before. Shit. While back, there was this 18-year-old girl harassing me and putting uncensored self-harm photos on her community tab and tagging me in it, knowing damn well it could cause me a relapse. She also threatened to rape me, and she kept hitting on me and trying to say I was her boyfriend, knowing damn well I am a minor. Also, not to mention, I had a sexually abusive father and I was sexually assaulted by my stepbrother and ex-stepfather anyway. So before you try to say that men can't be victims or that women can't be abusers or anything I just listed, please keep this in mind. Thank you. And like this one's definitely gonna get me canceled, but like racism is racism. Racism against white people is weird, but it can still happen. Mind you, I'm saying this as someone who isn't fully white. I'm saying this as someone who's mixed, like person of color basically. So yeah. Anyone who says white people can't face racism, shut the fuck up. And this one's a real big one. Like, how come whenever someone online has been exposed for causing harm to one specific person or slash specific people, those who weren't even involved nor affected try to forgive or not forgive that person? Like, you weren't affected, you weren't involved, shut the fuck up. You have no right to forgive or not forgive them, period. And like, no offense to anyone, but like, fetishizing the LGBTQ, why do people do that? Like, it makes us feel uncomfortable. Mostly gay men. Gay men have it the worst, but like well, they not exactly have it the worst, but like it's usually gay men who are fetishized and such. Like still, regardless, it's bad in general. People who are gay, straight, bi, etc., we're all the same. The only difference is who we're attracted to. That's it. Plus, fetishizing LGBTQ makes us uncomfortable, so like, please don't. And besides, it's weird as fuck, so like, maybe don't do that. And a quick reminder, I already said this, but like, this is something that should be common knowledge. But then again, common sense unfortunately isn't that common these days, so apparently I have to remind some people that rape, sexual assault, and pedophilia isn't funny. It's something that causes so much trauma to so many people. And if you find this shit funny, you shouldn't exist. Sorry, not sorry. And like this one's really controversial. Keep in mind I'm a trans guy myself, but like people are always making such a huge uproar, like complaining about trans people participating in athletic sports and such. Like like instead of like fighting and arguing about it, why can't cis people and trans people just have their own separate athletic events? I don't mean to sound transphobic or anything, but like if like maybe like so that way you know, I think maybe it would keep them from arguing about it or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, that is all for right now. Again, these are just my opinions, and I do not mean any ill intent by any of these. So yeah, please keep that in mind. I love y'all platonically. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.